Wow. How long has it been? For anyone who's watched me for any period of time, whether you watch one of my videos, two of my videos, or all three or four, I didn't make very many. Hey, welcome back. It's great to see you guys back on the CB view. I moved in the past few months. I also became a father. So my life has just been very different. Things have been changing and I'm really excited to get back in and start doing some reviews for you guys. One thing before anything else I've been really excited about, I've been in my current house since about April. And I haven't had a desk that I've really enjoyed for a long time. I kind of miss my old wooden desk. I am using a fold-out desk right now. So to kick things off, we're doing it in style. I've got a brand new standing desk review that I'm really excited to share with you guys. I have box one right here, right now. I believe it carries the actual wood desk itself. I want to get some first impressions, and then we're going to proceed with putting things together when the second package arrives. And then I do also have one accessory, maybe two accessories, we'll see, that'll be coming in for my new standing desk. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. Welcome back to the CB view, guys. Let's get into it. Well, folks, here's the box for it. So this is a Vernal L-shaped standing desk that we're going to be working with. I went for the white color for the steel legs and then the bamboo for the wood top. You can probably tell just based on the room that I'm in, there's a lot of white on the walls. The floor color is very light. So I thought that a bamboo would probably fit things pretty well. I'm usually a little bit more of like a dark wood type of person, but you know, there's nothing wrong with matching a setting. And I also got a killer deal on this for Black Friday. Basically paid in the nature of about 500 bucks for this thing, which is just absolutely mind blowing when we take a look at the amount of space that we get with this and what I believe or anticipate being the quality of the desk as well. So we'll kick off with some unboxing here. And I'll have to shoo my cat off my lap, but let's get started. A couple of quick notes as we let the unboxing go in the background. On that first box, I was most interested in seeing if there was any damage to the wooden desk because that's the most common problem that people have with any standing desk. I took some time to investigate. I was pretty methodical about it. I was looking at the edges, I was looking at the top, I was looking for any chips, any scraping, but there wasn't any damage. The only thing that I saw was that on the underside of the desk, there were some little spots where metal bars had scraped, and that's pretty bog standard. If you're gonna have a big heavy desk like this get shipped to you, there's gonna be some movement in transit, some parts of the foam are gonna get displaced, and that's totally par for the course and 100% understandable. So one of the biggest things that impressed me is the quality of packaging and the fact that everything arrives safely, even though you know that carriers like USPS, you name them, they're going to have issues with transporting something like this and keeping it completely safe. One thing to note is when I was researching this in the standing desk subreddit, people were talking a lot about Vernal and how they enjoyed the product, but some people complained about having damage on their desk. And when they contacted customer service was very understanding about it. They asked for photos of the damage. They worked with the user to be able to do a quick exchange, and they were able to continue building their desk and get replacement parts as needed. So the experience from what I saw on the customer service side was really positive, and no one was left feeling like they got the short end of the stick on the deal, or that they had to deal with the damage on a brand new desk that they purchased. So big props to Vernal on that. I'm definitely one of the people who got out with a wonderful desk in beautiful condition, no issues whatsoever. But if you're one of those people who's looking at this and you're concerned about perhaps having damage, I would say don't be so worried about it. Know for a fact that Vernal has stood behind their products and they know that there can be problems with carriers, and they will help you with a, exchange type process so that you can get a desk that looks really good. So overall, folks, great first impressions. This is definitely more than 6 minutes put together. Let's establish that right away. But I really like everything I'm seeing here. I wish that the grain was matched perfectly between the two pieces, but I might be asking a little bit much on that front. Just kind of is what it is. When the motor pieces come in the mail tomorrow, we'll get all of that put together. Then we have our third piece over here, which is going to create the L shape of the desk. And we'll just get everything put together, kind of see how it goes and just get rocking and rolling. But until then, see you guys in a little bit.
Alrighty folks, well, it's day 2 and our second box is here, so we're gonna go ahead and get these legs put together and time lapse this up a little bit. So let's continue forward and get this built.
This next part of the build process took somewhere around 3 hours, so I did a lot of editing to cut it down and keep it short and sweet. The most important part of putting all this together is to make sure that you're just following the instructions carefully, and that as you're tightening everything down, that you're being mindful of how level things are, if your measurements are proper, if everything fits in smoothly. And that's really all that takes the extra time and TLC in the process, is being mindful of what you're doing. And it gets difficult for me to be mindful of what I'm doing when it's edging around 1 a.m. and I have to work in the morning. But after we get done with this part, we get to move on to my favorite accessory from Vernal, which you'll see in just a second here. So everything is just about complete, but before we call this done, we've got the Vernal CPU holder right here. I've got a UPS as well as a desktop that it would be nice to not clutter my table with. I might buy another 2 of these mounts or maybe just 1 of these mounts, but this desk in particular can actually fit 3 of these CPU mounts. So let's go ahead and get this one unboxed and set it up as well. Well, here we are, folks. I've had this put together for about 3 days, and I gave it 1 full day of use on Friday when I was working from home. Tonight is Sunday night, and it's been a long weekend. I've just been focused on having time with my son, but it has been a joy to use this desk so far. One thing that I want everyone to be aware of is that with the Vernal CPU mount that I have right here, it's holding my UPS and my network switch right now. When I set it up, I decided that I was gonna bottom out the desk and then get everything put back up again. And when I was doing that, the detection system on the desk to see if there was an obstruction in the way, it didn't register that this was a big enough deal for it to say, we're done, let's go back up again. It actually continued to go down and down and down. So the hydraulics on my other 2 legs were continuing to move down, and on this side, they were stuck. That put me in a bit of a bind to reset the height of the desk and to get all of the hydraulics put back to base level. You have to have the ability to bottom out every one of the legs to their shortest height. Well, with having this CPU mount right here, that's impossible. So I had to, at 1 in the morning, when I'm already done recording, I had to unscrew everything. And let's be honest here, it was probably about 4 bolts on the underneath side. And then up top here, I think it was just 2 bolts. And then I slid it out. Was it terrible? No. Was it terrible at 1 a.m.? Gosh, yeah. But regardless, we made it through. My recommendation to everyone, make sure you're looking in the manual for how you set up the standing desk positions. You can actually set an upper height limit as well as a lower height limit. So for me, all I needed to do was set that lower height limit and everything was good. So the big question, folks, do I recommend this desk? Oh, heck yeah. But keep in mind, you know, from my side, I got a really great value out of it. I was able to get Black Friday pricing. The MSRP on this is somewhere around $959. I was able to get it at $493. Probably one of the steepest discounts that I saw on their site. So because the value proposition was so strong, absolutely I went with it. I think that for most people, if you're looking and able to get a desk like this in that $700 or $800 range, you're getting it for a really good price. I don't know the next time that they're gonna have this Black Friday, Cyber Monday type pricing, but obviously on my side, I feel like I got a really killer deal. I truly do. My holiday shopping is now dedicated to my family. It's dedicated to my son. I don't give myself a lot of nice stuff. So this in particular was an absolute joy. It was really nice after many months of just having my fold-out desk upgrade to something that just really makes me say, wow, I'm happy to be working in my office and be able to keep my blood flowing. And maybe down the road, I'll even get a standing treadmill, keep myself moving when I'm in a long meeting and I'm having a hard time staying awake or paying attention. So I'm really looking forward to the future with this as well. If you have any questions, folks, please throw your questions down in the comments below. I want to make sure that if anyone is looking for clarification on some part of this desk or what it was like to put it together, that I'm able to answer those questions and guide people in their buying process. So throw it out there. Let's help each other out. Let's make sure that we got some friendly conversation going. And I can't wait for some more videos, you guys. This is just the start. So Anyway, thanks for tuning into the CB View, everyone, and we'll be talking real soon. Peace.